So you would have to imagine that is a particularly good matchup for somebody that wants to just go armor. So I'm intrigued to see where this Gragas actually has the impact of being Gragas, if that makes sense. I would assume it's the ability to step up to turrets and say, I'm going to barrel you backwards. I want to talk a little more about that Gragas, because one of the last times we saw Gragas is in a laning capacity, people were actually maxing W and getting Lich Bane.
Mana regen and health you get from it is enough, even though it gives less than Catalyst. Got a trade in the bottom lane. Now the flash and the knock-up as well from Beansu. There comes the collateral damage and the ultimate. The first blood goes to that top lane Gragas. And Maxlore with the follow-up onto Lee Sin. Can he get this one down? Dan will have to jump away with the ward jump. Woolite under attack from the mid lane. And CozQ trying to return fire. Wendelbo coming in here. The vision towards the bot side. Beansu has his teleport if they want the engage, but this could be quite difficult for Mouse as they are continuing to take poke. Collateral damage also used for poke.
In comes Dan from the side though. Can he get onto CozQ?
He's looking for Wendelbo, looking for the knockback as well. I don't think he used the ultimate. He did, but no one got knocked back. Maxlore has to die instantly. Beansu comes in from the bottom lane though with the teleport. The knockback onto rhuckz. Picks up a second kill. This one for CozQ. And 1 kill apiece.
I think he gets CozQ here.
Yeah, he kicks him in the same direction.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you see the 3 Valkyrie things, and then he just keeps on going. Just gives him an extra speed boost. From this point, though, this is just Satorius on a really weird pick for the meta. Just one that he seems very comfortable on.
His ultimate. In fact, everyone's got their ultimates apart from Woolite. Maybe Maxlore's about to be called out here. rhuckz trying to get in range with the Pulverize, but a great Valkyrie from CozQ. A good quick draw from Maxlore gets them both away from the potential engage.
Able engages, and even then, if Inspire still have their flashes available, it is a fairly predictable ult to get.
It is, but Beansu also has his ultimate. Corki! Yeah, so a little too close for comfort, but still, Inspire managed to take away their prize. He's raised just yet, but I'm not sure about this choice for Mouse. Okay, now they're teleporting back, and he got interrupted.
This is so good for Inspire, though, because that wave dies. Now Inspire interrupt the recalls, and now have that extra attack speed from Ezreal at this point in front of an inhibitor tower. This is Mouse just struggling without their engage tools here. They got kind of baited into this composition that was meant to wave clear and couldn't. So much of this game has hinged on the inability of Viktor to wave clear, and that is not something that a Viktor normally has a problem with.
Unreal.
Just going to have to back away at this point. rhuckz now manages to get a ward in the side, but look at the damage that rhuckz is taking from Maxlore.
He has to ult so early on because that's what happens if you fight a Graves in the jungle. Beansu looking for the engage, and he gets blown up by Maxlore. That is what happens if you go into the jungle with Graves.
That rock is not solid. It's more like chalk right now. He's got Bami's Cinder, plus a cloth armor and a null magic.
That was actually ridiculous. Top lane, Inspire zoning away with just the with just the pillar, and Tarik had to flash away from that just from the poke from CozQ and Woolite. They are playing this composition so well.
Yeah, and this is the strength of this triple AD composition when ahead. Oh, Sebekx has to be careful here. Stepping next to a wall. That is a pretty dangerous thing to do against the Graves.
Yeah, it also lines you up for all the poke that's coming in from CozQ and Woolite. And rhuckz and Sebekx have just been poked out of this fight. One's there. You want to poke some out of the area. Otherwise, Mouse hard engage on you like this. But Woolite already jumps away with the arcane shift, and rhuckz is there with a second knockup. This is a 5 versus 3 so far for Mouse. They're looking for their first victim. It's gonna be Maxlore, and CozQ does get out alive. And now he pokes from the outside. The frost bomb doesn't land. Santron looking for the engage. Beansu getting locked down. He gets taken out by CozQ, and Wendelbo finding the follow-up, jumps over the wall, trying to find that pillar, slows down Tarik with the chomp. Satorius is there as well, but Tarik takes down 1 kill onto the support. A 3 for 2 advantage over to Inspire. So was Maxlore in the jungle though, because you saw all that focus. Oh, I'm going to hold that for a second as Dan has been almost caught out, but Tarik is there to be jumped to with Safeguard. But the engage from Beansu might be good here, looking for the ultimate land on 3 people. Sebekx with the ultimate as well. Maxlore looking to burst down the back line, but Wendelbo's on the retreat, so is Woolite. He gets knocked back into the team. 2 fast kills onto the 2 carries onto IE. In terms of their mindset as well, because it was just like, oh, should I split up or should I run further to my base? And we'll probably kill them all. So they just had to go back and just be happy with those 2 kills.
Keep in mind though, as we see Dan get caught.
Satorius with a flash E blows up Tarik, and Sebekx maybe under the same fate as CozQ comes in. Ultimate comes out for the slowdown, but the pillar keeps him in place. Satorius finds his double. rhuckz now being chunked out with his ultimate. He should go down, but they're just waiting for that ultimate to come off. Dan was trying to protect him. CozQ into the base. The auto takes him out. rhuckz with a knock up the headbutt into the tower. CozQ, oh, manages to get away with the Valkyrie. The double kill comes out. Beansu finally takes him down, and Satorius is here to try and get the cleanup. Lands the Q, lands the auto, lands the Q from Woolite, and that's another kill. The ace, the 5-for-1. And Inspire looking for their first win in this best of 2.
Right, as I was about to say, Inspire haven't even got an objective in the last 10 minutes of the game. Suddenly they get a team fight.
Well, Nexus is not too bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, suddenly they get a team fight, 2 inhibitors, and it looks like they're going to be able to end the game fairly soon off this. And we'll see if he can sort that out for himself. Dan, can he get the steal off?
It's all on you, Dan.
Oh, the Q's timing out. Ooh,
he jumps in. Oh!
Ooh, I thought they were going to let it time out, but now the fight continues.
I wouldn't really call it a fight stress.
Yeah.
More like a lot of Mouse players dying very quickly.
By the time I got to continues, like, Tarik was already dead. I'm like, okay.
He's already dead.
And now the fight has ended at this point. This has been a great game from Inspire, though, when you look at it. Like, I'm actually really impressed by their decision-making to go, okay, well, they're Mouse in mid lane. We're just going to take bot and then win the game off it, basically.
I'm also impressed by the individual players. CozQ has shown up. In fact, everyone's shown up. And because of that, they'll be taking this first win in this best of 2. The Nexus goes down. First win over to Inspire.